So is manifestation real? I'd have to say personally, I believe it is. Sometimes I like to talk about things that don't really have to do with fitness, but this is like like one of those, trending topics now, mainly because, I feel like we're in different times now. A lot of people are like starting to open up to the possibility that there is more out there. So manifestation ends up on the algorithm and into my feed and stuff. So I like to, like kind of entertain that stuff and look at it. And the crazy thing is, I have a lot of personal experience to where it matches the exact thing. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. And what I want to know is, do you guys have any similar experiences to like how things kind of unfolded in your life? So this also has to do with my journey for football. So I believe the last thing that I was telling you guys about was after I had torn my pec at the combine that I went to. So after that, you may think that it was one of those painful experiences, but I honestly just thought it was part of the process, because even though that was like one of the most painful things in my journey is like tearing my pec, I can barely even remember it. All I have is a scar that just reminds me of it. So after I tore my pec and I recovered from that, I never stopped looking for an opportunity to play. And from that, I was looking for a way to play. I had no idea what to do. I was postgraduate, so I was pretty much out of that range for even trying to make it to the NFL. I'm like, who would want, a 275-pound defensive lineman anyway? They have people 300 plus pounds fresh out of college each and every year. And here I am, trying to do that. So the dream shifted a little bit. I knew, I still wanted to play, but I was realistic about, my chances of playing in the NFL. I still had it in the back of my mind, if there is ever a chance and I get enough exposure, maybe. But the thing is, right now, I just want to play. And the funny thing about this is the way that I ended up playing it was just by chance. Back in the day, I used to be I used to play PC games a lot. So my favorite game was World of Warcraft. And I played World of Warcraft religiously. I played it probably, for over a 10-year period. If you wanted to know what class I got, I always picked a rogue, because, I just, like quick people. I like quick things. So playing that game, I played with one of my old teammates from college, and I was telling him like, yeah, I'm trying to play football, but I just don't know what to do. I want to play in NFL Europe, or I want to go to Canadian League. I had all these ideas, but no clue how to do anything. And he told me, hey, there's this website called Europlayers. Now, and he said, yeah, you can go to different countries and play football. I'm like, okay, that's a plan. So I didn't waste any time. After I got off, we were talking to each other and, played a couple of hours and stuff. And I immediately I made my profile, I uploaded video, and I uploaded photos, and I just reached out to every single team that I could find. And I got nothing. So I'm still working out at the time. Like, I know that somebody out there is gonna be, gonna need somebody like me. So I gotta be ready. So all this time I'm preparing. There's months going by, maybe 3 months. So finally I get an email. It wasn't from a team from in Europe. It was from a semi-pro team in Virginia. Now, when I got this, they gave me this nice thing. Everything's paid for. Your housing, your meals. You don't have to worry. You get transportation. And at the end of it, if you prove that you're good enough, you can go to this all-star game and get in front of NFL scouts. Exactly what I need. So I fly to Virginia, and long story short, it turned into a dumpster fire. I ended up homeless. Not homeless like living on the streets, but homeless like I didn't have a place to stay. So I was kind of couch surfing. So I ended up homeless, and the end result of that is I ended up back at home with nothing to show for almost, 6 months of work. I worked my tail off, and from, circumstances out of my control, I ended up, without a place to stay. And I didn't get to go to the All-Star game to get in front of those coaches. So it was pretty much about 6 months of my life wasted. And I didn't give up there. So because of the previous circumstances, I went home, and then I got a call from one of my previous teammates. He said the team is, we're going a different direction. We're, renaming. We're doing all this cool stuff. We want you back because we know you'll be good. I'm like, dope, because I didn't have anywhere to go anyway. So I went back to Virginia, and this time it was my brother and I was working at Walmart at the time. And when I was working at Walmart, I was, getting paid like $500 every 2 weeks. So, two people trying to, live off of that, because my brother, he didn't have a job. I transferred my job. So he was looking for a job. So we were trying to survive off of my job, bouncing from hotel to hotel, trying to find the cheapest rates all around town for months. So we did this, and then, like, I was getting nowhere. I couldn't find an apartment. The team was in 13 different directions. They didn't even know that they were going to have a season, and I'm struggling trying to survive. So what do? So it's payday one day, and I'm going to Walmart, and like on payday, we all have this tendency to, like, okay, I'm about to treat myself to something nice. So my brother and I, we always get, like, some kind of fancy food from a restaurant on those days, and then the rest of the time we eat like noodles and hamburgers or something weird like that. But on the way to Walmart, to pick up my groceries or to go buy some groceries, there were these women outside of Walmart. They asked me. They said, "Do you mind praying with us for a minute?" And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't mind at all. So I pray with them, and the only thing that I'm thinking is, I just want to play football. Like, I'm in this horrible situation where I'm living in hotel, bouncing from hotel to hotel, all to chase a dream of playing football. I haven't played football in almost 2 years, and all I want to do is play. So, well, sorry, not at that point. All I want to do is play. It's been almost a year, and I'm getting older, and I'm losing my opportunities, and I just want to pray. And amen. Next thing I know, 3 days later, I get an email from Europlayers, and it was a team from Austria, and they wanted to arrange a phone call. And when they did that, I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, oh man, this is it. And I get on the phone, and I answer. I'm like, hello, and I hear a voice, "Hey, Barry." And nobody calls me Barry. Everybody calls me Barry for some reason. I guess, I don't know. But anyway, I knew the voice. It was a quarterback that I played with in junior college 7 years ago. He was already in Austria. From that point, he said, "Can you get here? In 2 weeks?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, you got a passport? I'm like, no. Can you get one? Yes. He said, "You can come up here, you can get paid, we live here, it's cool, you need to get here." I'm like, say less. So I got off the phone, I can barely talk. I'm telling my brother, we gotta go home. So we go home, we drive from Virginia, and we go all the way to Alabama. The next day, I'm going to get a swearing in and get my passport at the regional office. So I'm just signing up, and in 2 weeks, I'm flying to Austria. And it took me so long to, like, get to that point. And you're saying, like, is manifestation real? Absolutely. Because if at any moment in time that I quit, whether it be college, whether it be semi-pro, whether it be any moment in time where I got hurt or anything like that, I would have never made it there. So what does this have to do with fitness? In short, manifestation is picking the pain that you go through. It means that there's a direction that you feel is necessary for you. You pick the direction, and you know there's going to be pain, and you choose to go through with it. The thing about me is, all the stuff that I've been through, I'm recalling this out loud for the first time. Like, I don't remember any of the pain. The only thing that I know is, every time I went through something, my life got better. So if you're wondering how to approach fitness, just think about it as choosing the hard path. Because there is one quote that I want to leave you with. It's, and I hope I don't mess it up. It's, discipline weighs ounces and regret weighs tons. Now, if that doesn't tell you anything, just we are in the, like, we're not getting any younger. We are in the best years of our life. Now is the time to start making changes, no matter how small they are. Now is the time to do them. So is manifestation real? Absolutely. It just comes with a lot of hard work and a timeline that is unknown to anyone. Because you get there when you get there, but you just have to have faith to get through it. So yeah, manifestation is real. You got to go through with it. Pick your pain. Work out. Eat healthy. Live a good life. Hope you guys have a happy Wednesday. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.